Hey, it's Jake from Playeasy. We're excited to have you join our network, and today we're going to be walking through these sales tools on Playeasy. So once you create your user login and you come to this home screen here, you'll notice your destination profile will be here on the left-hand side. This is where you can click into that to navigate it and create all those changes, updates. There are other videos that show you how to update this and maximize your profile, so definitely check those out first. You want to make sure that your facilities are all up to date because that's how you receive leads through the platform as well. And so that's what we're going to really be diving into today. And so clicking into your leads now, this is all the RFPs that match your venues of what you can host as a destination based on the facility requirements that you've entered into the platform. And so you should also be receiving emails every Monday about all the open leads you haven't yet replied to. Anytime a new one comes through that matches your venues, you'll get alerted about it. So you should be getting alerted. And you can come in here and this is where you can see all those. So you can also filter on the left-hand side for sports, dates of when they're looking, urgency, max hotel nights, age group, gender, event type, and then you can obviously scroll through the tens of pages that you have of RFPs. And so all the RFPs that are already on the platform that meet your requirements of venues will automatically populate here as well, so you can still see all of those too. So for an example, clicking into this US Australian Football League RFP, once you click into it, you can see if the RFP is urgent, when they're looking to hear by. You'll have this interested pass on tab, which I'll come back to. It'll then show you which facilities you have that meet the event's requirements, dates of when they're looking, where they're looking in the country. So some might be nationally, but it can really go down all the way to 50-mile radius around a certain city. So this helps you see like, okay, where else are they looking? And then you can also see what they're expecting for hotels, participants, spectators, description of the event, what they need in a space type. Some will include a RFP document. There is probably a good chunk of organizers that use Playeasy that may not have that official RFP document, so don't freak out if they don't. There's just a lot of grassroots groups that still run these massive events, but maybe they don't attend a conference, so they aren't as familiar with the RFPs. You can always shoot them a message asking for more details, but this is, let's say you are interested in hosting the event. You can message the organizer right through the platform or through email or phone. Really up to you for how you want to do that. The other thing you can do is you can either pass on this. If it's just not a fit, it moves the RFP to your pass column. Or let's say you are interested in the event. You could say you're interested and you don't even need to message the organizer, it just moves it to your interested tab. This is especially important if you have the SimpleView CRM integration because it can move it to your interested tab, sync directly to SimpleView without you sending a message. But let's say you do want to send a message. You'd be like, hey, I'm interested. Let me get back to you. And you could also collaborate with other team members. If you want to invite them in, you just enter their email address in here and then they're added to the group chat. So for this, I'm going to come back to that though. So I'm going to save my response and now I'm going to view the messages. And so you'll notice me and Ryan are now in that group chat. I could upload documents. I could upload images. I can now invite a team member. So I'm going to invite Sarah to collaborate with me in this group chat. And now Sarah is added. I could then continue to message. You'll notice if Ryan read this, there'd be 2 check marks. So there is read receipts. There's also a green button here, which means they're active in the platform. So it's just good to know. Kind of makes it a little bit easier than just communicating with someone through email. So there is that piece. And so now let's go back to the leads dashboard. And I will refresh the screen here. And so now this RFP is in my interested tab. So this is a way to just organize all your leads and keep track of ones you've replied to, ones you're interested in. You can move ones you're not interested in to past, and it really starts to organize this. If you have the SimpleView CRM integration, also makes sense to organize it within here because it automatically updates in your CRM too. Or feel free to export this list to Excel, import it into your own CRM, or organize it however else you'd like to. You'll notice too, there's this Pestimate here. So every single RFP has an economic impact estimate on it. And this is pulled from your state's average hotel rates, state level per diem, how many people are coming into town, potentially, how many days the event is. And this is formulated using Sports Facilities Company's formula they've been leveraging for over 20 years. So it's a very credentialed economic impact estimator, but we know that you have your own. No worries, we just wanted to help you see that quick snapshot immediately. The other cool thing with this is that if you wanted to go to your report section, go to leads overview, you could actually see a breakdown of all of the RFPs and the economic impact estimated across all of them. So you could see a breakdown like, okay, what's the trends of sports for RFPs I'm getting, age group, event type, total leads, potential events and RFPs, average room nights, how many unique organizations are putting through those RFPs. And then the benefit is like, okay, now I want to see, okay, what's the estimated economic impact across all the RFPs that I'm interested in. Now you can start to see that, what the potential economic impact is across all the ones you're looking to bring in. As you start to move some to past too, this helps because then you can see, okay, what are the events we can't host? What are some trends of sports we're not able to host? What would those hotel nights brought? And then use this data for feasibility studies, maybe increased funding and just more leverage to see which venues you might need in your community, which is what some of our partners will do too. So that's really a lot of information about the leads dashboard. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, but I now am going to dive into some prospecting tools that you have on Playeasy. So if I go back to the home screen, you'll notice there is this organization directory. This is where you can filter through all the different sports organizers on Playeasy based on sports, 100 different sports you can filter through, age groups, event locations of where they're looking to host events potentially, and then the types of events too. And then you can click into each organization, learn more about them, message the organizer right through the platform. And this is going on offense, let's say. And then if they do have any RFPs that are open, you would still be able to see those on their page because you are a Playeasy subscribed member. If I go back here, there's a couple hidden things that not everyone knows about. So you can actually filter based on who's new to the platform, which are great targets to message because these are people that have just joined the platform. Maybe they're still exploring destinations or facilities. You can welcome them to the platform. Maybe it's a good event for your facilities. And so you could also filter on that. You can also see who last updated the profile. So these are hot people that are in the platform using the tool most recently. And so that's another great way to just go on offense and stand out across the board from other destinations. Now the RFP Marketplace, this is the public open RFPs. Only Playeasy members can see this, but let's say they're looking in 750 miles of North Carolina, and let's say I'm on the West Coast. I wouldn't have received that RFP directly, but I can now click into it. I can see that RFP, those details, and maybe they would be looking to host an event, and I was just right outside that radius, but they would have been open to coming to me. That's where you can now see that, and let's say I'm in like Lake Charles, Louisiana. Hey, maybe they were open to going. So now I could shoot them a message, see if they're interested, and go about it that way as well. A good way to stand out too, create posts in the newsfeed. So this is where you'd be able to create as many posts as you'd like. You just click start a post. You submit this form, we see that come through, we approve it, it gets added to the platform. These can be repurposed social media posts, you can add in video content, pictures, etc. But great way to just break through the clutter of social media or these different magazines and get in front of people year round and as many times as you'd like. So those are some best practices. Please reach out to our team at support@playeasy.com if you have any questions in the meantime. Thank you.